So dear students, today we will talk about the sound of music, and in this chapter we will talk about the two parts. The first one is Abdul Gilani and the second one is Bismillah Khan. So first we are coming to the some important points that will tell about the whole chapter, how to understand the chapter. The most necessary thing is that you have to read the chapter your own. So let's come one by one to the every point. Here in the first point I have written a Royal Academy of Music. So this is the incidents in the first paragraph given. So I can number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Like this I can write these are the paragraph numbers. So at Royal Academy of Music. So this was the first time she was going to perform for the Royal Academy of Music in London, and she was waiting at the station, and all the persons were in the hurry and they were in the rush. She too was waiting for the train, and when the train was approaching, that time she felt some vibrations, and here it is told to us that she was deaf, she could not feel. So here the vibrations explanation has been given to us in the first paragraph. The next paragraph if we are coming is finding out her deafness. So it is written in the book also, at the age of 8-year-old, when she was, the mother called her name and she could not listen. And then and there only the mother got doubt for her deafness, and she was taken to the doctors. The next point here it is written that, and because of her deafness also, I will tell here, she could not perform in the class properly, and the headmistress told, better you take it to the some deafness school where the special care will be taken for her. The next is determination to live normal life. She did not give that she was the deaf, she could not do anything in this world. So what she decided that she had to live the normal life. But here also it is written that in the school where she was doing the study, there some teachers discouraged her, you cannot do anything, it is the end of your life. But finally God's grace, she got the Ron Forbes, and who was the percussionist, and he got the some flame in her life that she could crack something, and he went on performing the steps how to perform, and he gave the drum for her to practice, and he became the first mentor in her life. And from there onwards she got the determination more passionately to live the normal life, and within days, within months, she could learn how to perform the music. And then after learning, after being trained by Ron Forbes, and he was the first mentor in her life, so she went on visit to many countries to perform music, and she joined many orchestra groups also, and the performance was excellent everywhere. The people were enjoying her performance. The next we are coming, she was having the mastery in thousands of instruments. Because of her determination only, because of her hard work only, because of her passion only, it was possible for her to become the master in thousands of instruments. It is not easy to count also, it is the thousands. The next it is coming that she speaks clearly up to 11 she could hear. So in the first sentence I have told the region, in the next it is their region. Why? So while taking the interview, while talking or while the conversation was going on, she revealed the secret that she could speak flawlessly, she could speak without any hindrance, because she was the child up to 11 years that could hear. And this is the great and positive thing in her life, that she could get and she could speak properly. And she was Scottish. from Scotland. And the next it is written that she feels the vibrations through the skin. We generally, normal people, we listen the music through our ears, but she had no other alternative except her pores in the body. So she could feel the vibrations from the pores of her body. And once she also tells that she could feel the vibrations because when it was the two drums given to her while being trained by the Ron Forbes, that time she was given one higher drum and one was lower drum. So while she was playing the drum, she could feel the higher drums vibrations from the upside of the waist and the lower drums vibration through the downside of her waist part. So this is the feeling training that was given by Ron Forbes. The next it is coming, she performs bare feet. I hope up to this discussion you can easily understand why she performs bare feet. Because she could feel the vibrations through the bare feet, through the sole of her leg. So this was the reason she performs bare feet. The next it is coming, James Blades appreciates her, and James Blades is also another percussionist, he is also another performer. He tells that God has maybe God has taken her hearing power, but God has given the power to feel the music. We human being, we listen the music sometime, many a time we listen, but she could feel the music. So this is the great appreciation given by James Blades. The next it is coming, she is workaholic, and we all know alcoholic, alcohol we know, and here it is written she is workaholic, and she only accepts that she is workaholic. The meaning is also written that workaholic means a person who never gets tired of working and working. So she likes to work hard and harder, and this working hard and harder, this passion brought her to the success, name and fame in the world. And the last we are coming to the point is, she was a great inspiration to the handicapped children. And here this is the great thing that her life inspired many handicapped children. When she met them, their remark was that if she can achieve many things in her life, then why we cannot? And this is the great positivity she could evoke, she could make them think about the positivity. And here, in this way, we can understand that the life of Evelyn Glennie gives us the inspiration that whenever we are in the sad mode, whenever we are in the problems, we should not give up. We should not lose our heart. We have to go ahead. Either it is the bad time, either it is the torturing time, but we have to keep our steps on and on. So with these words, I will tell that this chapter again reminds us to be positive and positive again in our life to achieve our higher goals that we fix. Thank you. So dear students, now we are going to talk about the second part, that is the Bismillah of Shehnai of Bismillah Khan. And this is the Shehnai. And here in this part 2, we will talk about the life and history of Shehnai, how this was made and why it was made, why the necessary changes were done in Pungi and that later became the famous as Shehnai. So here we are coming to the first point is Emperor Aurangzeb banned Pungi. So what was the reason that he had banned the Pungi? In the first paragraph it is clearly written that the Pungi was having shrilling sound that did not appear pleasing to the ears of the listeners. That's why it was banned in the time of Aurangzeb Emperor. The next is some improvised way, some changed way came Once the barber decided to change the music of Pungi, the tonal change he wanted to have. And this barber was not the merely barber who cuts our hair. He was from the well-known musical or musician family. And after his hard work, when he used the reed and when he changed the size and made the many holes, then he got the Shehnai and the new instrument. I have written the new instrument which was played before the emperor. This playing of Shehnai impressed the emperor and the other persons who were in that palace, and from that time Shehnai was accepted by the mass of the kingdom, and Shehnai became famous. And after, because it became famous because of its pleasing sound, and its sound was also considered as the pious, very sacred, and soon it was used in the temples and the wedding ceremonies. You may ask your grandparents also, they will tell you how it was used, and still you can see somewhere it is being used, or if it is possible, please check on the YouTube also. Many videos are there regarding the wedding and the using in the temples of Shehnai. Next point we are coming is Bismillah Khan brought it to the classical stage. Classical, we all know many ragas and alaps are there, and those ragas were practiced with the holes on the Shehnai by Ustad Bismillah Khan first time on the stage, and he became the master of using the Shehnai on the stage. Before this, classical music was equipped with the tablach, harmonium, other instruments like this, and before Bismillah Khan there was no Shehnai in the classical music. So the credit goes to Bismillah Khan only, who brought it to the classical stage. The next we are coming is, he was born in Bihar of a Shehnai player family. His grandfather was also a good player of Shehnai, and he came to his uncle in Banaras, and there he saw his uncle playing the Shehnai, and he was attracted towards the music of Shehnai, and then onwards he accompanied his uncle always. And while his uncle was playing in the Vishnu Mandir in Banaras, there he used to see his uncle, how his uncle was playing. And because of that company with his uncle, he practiced the many ragas near the bank of Ganga river, and he had too much attachment for the Ganga river like his mother, and there he learnt a lot, and finally he accompanied his uncle Ali Baks in Banaras finally, and then onwards, after practicing hard and harder, at the age of 14, though he had started his practice at the age of 3 only when he visited Banaras. So at the age of 14 he went to Allahabad music conference there, and there he performed with his uncle, and there fortunately he got Ustad Fayaz Khan, who appreciated him. He patted on the back and said, "Yes, my son, you can go ahead, you can keep it." And there also I think, like Evelyn Glenning got the inspiration, got the mentor like Ron Forbes. So Ustad Bismillah Khan also, being a child, got the inspiration from Ustad Fayaz Khan at this stage. Then onwards his journey started, his practicing started and went on. And here it is written that in 1938 only he got a big break on the All India Radio, AIR, I have written All India Radio, Lucknow. And after that he went on stepping on the stairs of the success. On 15th August 1947, he played Shehnai at Red Fort for the first time. The credit goes to him only, who played the Shehnai for the first time. This is also a great thing, great achievement in the life of Ustad Bismillah Khan. And here, while after the playing was over of Shehnai, here the Jawaharlal Nehru, the first president of India, Prime Minister of India, did give his speech on the tryst with destiny. Means how the luck and how the effort both are near about fighting each other. What is the relation is with the trial, effort, with the destiny, with the luck, with the fortune. So the inspirational speech was given by our Honorable Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru. And the next is performance in India and abroad as well. When he became the famous person, the all foreign countries, maximum foreign countries, they invited him to perform in their countries. In Tehran, in Afghanistan, he performed a lot, and USA also, and in Tehran. In Afghanistan also he became famous. In Tehran also, in the name of him, one place is named in the honor of his name. And the next is movie is made for his work, Gunj Uthi Sehnai, and like this many movies. I think two was made in the name of him. That you can get in the paragraph, it is written. And the next is famous internationally. After performance in abroad and country, he became famous internationally. And while doing the movie, once he gives the remark that he was not satisfied with the artificiality of music. He was not satisfied with the musicians, with the producers of the movie, those who wanted to work him on their own conditions. And that's why this is the great reason that he left the artificiality of Bollywood, of movies. And the next is coming after being working hard. It was the time of getting name and fame. And in India, Padma Bhushan, Padma Vibhushan, and finally Bharat Ratna, the greatest honorable award, in 2001 was conferred to him. After the next passage, it is written that while he was on the visit to USA, there in USA, some students of America, they proposed, sir, you please open your school here in America. Then Ustad Bismillah Khan kept one condition. Can you bring the Ganga here? River Ganga. And they were speechless. But they said, sir, we can replicate the Banaras Ghats, the Ganga Ghats. You will feel that you are in the Banaras only. We will make some models, some sets that you will feel like in Banaras only. But Ustad Bismillah Khan was not ready to work in USA. The reason is also that clear. He tells, when I am in USA, I miss India. When I am in Mumbai, I miss Banaras. And when I am in Banaras, I miss Dumraon, that is in Bihar. So in this way, his relation, his attachment to the motherland, to the place where he belongs to, gives us inspiration that we should love our place where we belong to. He loves India and is a great lover of India and Indian people. In this way, this chapter ends. I hope you have understood. Thank you.